My name is Jawara Gordon. I'm a full-stack web developer. My passion for technology allows me to continually gain new skills as an agile learner. I'm also a small business owner with an audio engineering degree who knows what it takes to lead a team. But most importantly, I love to solve real-world problems with code. The perspective I have for achieving these goals can be summed up by this quote from Steve Jobs. Everything around you that you call life was made up by people who were no smarter than you, and you can change it, you can influence it, you can build your own things that other people can use. Once you learn that, you'll never be the same again. I came to this realization at a very early age. My humble upbringings taught me that we can only reach our highest potential if we believe in ourselves and get out of our own way. Making the choice to change careers was hard. Knowing that I'm creating a bright future for myself and for my son made this one of the best decisions of my life. I am the full-time single parent to an amazing child named Cairo. He is smart and funny and shares a huge passion for technology as well. Cairo is the single most influential reason that I'm here today. A few years ago, he got really into Minecraft. He blew me away with the worlds he would create with his friends. And as any good parent would do, I encouraged him to learn about how it all works. I enrolled him in coding camps, took him to Hour of Code meetups, and got him started with Scratch. That's when I realized I was just as excited about coding as he was, and I wanted to learn more so I could help guide his journey. I was fully prepared to help him deal with bullies and dating in school, but hadn't anticipated teaching him anything about code. So I decided to teach myself. The music industry is forever changing. The software used to record and perform music evolves along with it. Learning new systems and software is a vital part of an audio engineer's job. Performing in front of crowds as a professional DJ has its own set of unique challenges that change over time. I started with vinyl records, then switched to CDs and USB drives. Now I use laptops and controllers. Each of these steps involved firmware updates, compatibility issues, driver problems, and tons of new features. I applied these same problem-solving skills to teaching myself how to code. Having learned the basics of Swift with my son, I decided to start designing iOS apps. I took online courses to get familiar with Xcode and built some projects. I soon discovered I needed a place to store all of this data, which led me down the path of servers, databases, and blockchains. Learning on my own was going great, but I wanted to take things to the next level by going back to school. I decided on the bootcamp path to allow me to get up to speed as fast as possible. The SCF Coding Academy checked all the boxes, so I decided to dive in head first. Drinking from a fire hose is a common analogy for the bootcamp experience. To me, it felt more like climbing up a waterfall. Yes, you're getting completely drenched, but you can make it to the top once you find your footing and a clear path forward. The first few weeks were extremely difficult. Tackling new coding languages while learning version control systems and communication tools felt like an ascent through Niagara Falls. Thankfully, I wasn't alone on this journey. I had an amazing group of classmates and instructors to catch me when I slipped or toss me a lifeline when I was completely lost. This trend continued throughout the many trials, also known as phases, we faced along the way. Each phase ended with a project that we built from the ground up using the skills we had just acquired. I approached these projects as the perfect way to test my knowledge while also solving a real-world problem. Teaching people how to recycle, creating a resource for exercising, building a network for artists, educating first-time voters, and generating soundtracks for your life. All of these projects share one important piece of technology: APIs. An application programming interface, or API for short, is the driving force behind our connected world. It's the messenger that takes requests and returns responses when you ask your favorite apps to do something. Booking a flight, ordering food, or saving your seat at the movie theater are all services that can take advantage of APIs. One of the first challenges I faced during our bootcamp was finding a public API to use for my project. I spent a long time looking for an option to fuel my recycling app without any luck, so I decided to make my own. I learned how they work and where to host one by reading one of my classmates' blogs. Thanks, Darian. I'm proud of myself for thinking outside the box and creating a resource not only for myself, but for anyone else who needs a solution to this problem in the future. As my time here comes to a close, I look forward to finding a full-time position with an established company that challenges me to continue growing as a software engineer while allowing me to pursue my passion of making the world a better place with code. Thank you so much.